Welcome to the SDA Housing Podcast, brought to you by NDIS Property Australia. Before starting this episode, we need to provide a general disclaimer. Information contained in this podcast is general in nature only. It does not take into account the objectives, financial situation, or needs of any particular person. You need to consider your financial situation and needs before making any decisions based on the information in this podcast. And you should consider seeking independent and professional advice for your personal circumstances. All right, let's begin.
Hello everybody, my name is Minh and I am your host today at NDS Property Australia here in Brisbane. We are here with two special guest speakers, Ashawani Soni, the CEO of Holistic Home Care, and Natalie Gaskin, the Business Relationship Manager. Hello folks.
Hello.
Welcome. So we have two neighbours. Holistic Home Care is down the road in Wollongabba, just a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk from our office, and we've been meaning to invite you into our office for a while now just to say hello, and we thought it would be a great opportunity to talk to you. We want to know more about you. So I have a bunch of questions here, and my first question I want to ask you, either one can jump in or out, is who and what is Holistic Home Care?
Well, I'll swing that one to Ashawani Soni.
So Holistic Home Care, basically, my background is mainly aged care and then obviously disability and healthcare sector. So 2018, the focus was providing participants care in their own home. And at the same time, NDIS was rolling out. So that gave us that opportunity that, the focus of providing in-home care to all the participants. And that's the reason, we got the name home care, because it's just empowering them, making sure they are living that independent life in their own homes. But gradually with time, we started providing supports in disability accommodations and obviously the supported independent living support. That's also is similar to, in-home care, because you are supporting independent living. So that's what Holistic Home Care is, and that's how the name came up to here. And holistic is basically, because we look at every aspect. So, Australia is a land of, where we've got people from different nationalities, different cultures, everybody has different cultural needs, or even, let's say, in terms of meals, everybody wants to do things differently. So look at every aspect and support them holistically.
Yeah, wonderful. So Natalie, how many staff do you have in the
So currently we've got about 80 plus employees, and we're supporting around 100 participants. So again, through in-home supports, flexible supports, community access, assistance with daily living tasks, transport to like medical appointments, that sort of thing. We're just, growing organically, ethically and sustainably. We don't want to grow too large too quick because we want to focus on that quality of care.
So has it been hard going from 0 to 80 in the last?
I wouldn't say it hasn't been really actually that hard, because as Nat said, organically, so we focused on, that quality care. So we didn't really focus on quantity. So we maintained that consistency of supports with our teams, and that has worked very well. So it hasn't been that hard for us, like word of mouth has gone around as well. Yeah.
Okay, back to those numbers, 80 plus employees and around about 100 participants. That ratio there of 80 to 100, is that a good number or do you see it changing long term?
Yeah, because we've got, many participants who are really small support, like maybe needing 2 hours a week or 4 hours a week, or let's say 5 hours. So obviously we've got those participants in there. But at the same time, we've got accommodations where it's, we provide 24/7 support. So that's where, it's pretty well balanced, and our focus is to maintain those teams. So I don't know about how other organizations work. One of our key strong factor, I would say, is that the consistent approach. Staff retaining, staff stay with us, and we ensure that they get regular consistent work, and that's how the relationship is built between the participants and the staff as well. So that's our focus is, once we take a client, we provide that personalized approach to our participants. So that ratio works pretty well.
That's good. Geographic areas in Brisbane or outside of Brisbane.
Why do you look at me? I'm originally from South Australia, so my geography is like really bad. But I know that we go like, Ipswich, Logan, Moreton Bay region, Southeast Queensland. That's correct, right?
Yeah, so we cover all the way till Moreton Bay. We've got a couple of 24/7 SIL accommodations in that area. We've got SDA accommodation in Ipswich. We've got few SIL in Brisbane South, Logan area as well. We've got SDA houses in Logan Lee Park Ridge. We've got a house in Mount Gravatt where we provide 24/7 care. So we've spread out pretty much all across Brisbane and surrounding regions. We haven't really gone to areas outside that. So it's mainly Brisbane and surrounding, all councils around Brisbane.
When we first met you, Natalie, I'll get you here.
Yes.
You said to me and Luba, we're not looking at bringing on board any more SDA houses. Is that because you've maxed out? You've got no more demand in your business in terms of participants, or what's the?
Look, there's demand out there, but at the moment we're very happy at where we're at, and we're just refining a lot of things at the moment as well.
Yes.
And then we'll start looking at, like, we've got a project in the pipelines at the moment which would see us expand over the next 12 to 18 months. I'll keep that one under my hat because we're still in the running for that one. So we're just happy, and we're wanting to grow slowly. So if we expand too quickly, then the quality of care that we provide will,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, in addition to that, as I said, that quality and consistency. So there are 2 more SDA accommodations coming up in the next couple of months. So that's our focus is, but
And they are houses?
Specialist disability accommodation. So we'll provide support services. So we collaborate with SDA providers, and obviously work as a SIL provider. But saying that, we wouldn't really take 4 houses at once, we'll take 1 or 2 at a time, make sure the participants are happy, the teams are set, they're well trained, and then we move to the next one. That's how we work, yeah.
So we've thrown a lot of acronyms back and forth the last 10 minutes. I want to go back to the main question, which is, what services do you offer? What's your core business?
So the core business is, providing assistance with self-care and providing supported independent living in normal accommodation, which we call SIL accommodations, and also in specialist disability accommodation. We also provide community participation. And
what does that mean?
So that means, taking participants out in the community to the activities of their likes, and it can be 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week. For example, if someone likes fishing, so, our support workers work with them and they assist them to actually, go to that outing. So it's mainly based on their interest, what they like to do. Some people might want to go out shopping, appointments, everything. So that all comes under community participation.
Good. So what range of participant disabilities do you support? What kind of examples?
So we've got participants with, we've got people with mental health issues, psychosocial disability. We've also got people with high physical support and people who need hoist transfers and, people who have medical issues, but, obviously some people, let's say the lower limb amputee. So all range of participants we provide support to,
So a question that Luba's asked is, what kind of relationship building activities do you have amongst participants when you do have group events or group outings, if at all? Yeah.
So are you talking in terms of the participants living in the SD accommodation, or are you talking about future potential?
Well, living together is one thing, but when they go out together as a group event or socialise with each other, or because they live an independent life with 1 or 2 or 3, that's fine. But meeting other people in the community who are also disabled amongst your client base and your business, do you do many of those events there?
So how it works with us is, we're client focused. So it's all up to the client's decision, like the participant's decision, what they, actually like to do. Because in every plan, even if they're living in the supported living, accommodation, they do have certain hours of going out in the community. So it's up to them if they want to be a part. Heaps of participants go out, where there are community groups, like some person might want to go to Men's Shed, So if they want to go to a group, then yes, they'll have that community access support workers who will take them out to those groups. Some people they don't want to be in a group, they want to go out to a nice walk along the beach, or they want to go out for lunch, just one-on-one. So it's all up to that. So we don't really organize group activities, but if the participant comes to us and say that, I want to be a part of group, then we can assist and, find those groups for them and then organise these outings for them.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Wonderful.
It's also really important for us to support participants to nurture their relationship with their family as well.
Yeah.
And we also, find it really important that we take care of the carers as well. So, in our strategy for our growth, part of that is to, develop supporting groups for carers, just to keep those, conversations, going, making sure that people feel connected and have that sense of belonging.
That's good. Not many other providers out there talk about looking after their carers at all, or much at all. It's an important part of it. There's a lot of burnout and
it's important to keep them in that mix of things, so they feel that they're still a part of their loved one's life. And vice versa for the participant as well.
Okay. How does holistic home care differ from its peers?
We're just awesome, aren't we? Well, I guess one of the good things that we've got going for us is, as many things, we've got 3 RNs in management, so registered nurses. So we've got Ashawani, we've also got Roop and Michelle, and they go out and, go into the houses or into, people's homes and, make sure that, support workers are doing what they're supposed to be doing, that staff are trained, that, communication is flowing and that participants feel that they're loved and cared for. Yeah.
It's not common to see RNs involved in care groups out there. It's not common.
Yeah, and if they are, there's a cost involved, that the participants feel. We absorb that into our own overheads,
So your RNs are full-time or part-timers?
Full-time.
Yep. That's wonderful. What do you enjoy most about what you do as a business?
We just love caring about people. And I think that just comes across, everyone that we meet or support. And I think, us, working so closely together as a team and we generally care about each other as well. If we didn't have that, then the flow-on effect, for everyone that, we come across would just be significant. So just, enjoying what you do, it just brings you so much joy.
Ash, where do you find such lovely, passionate people?
I would say I'm very lucky. Yeah.
I have them too.
You've got some awesome ones yourself.
I did. Sorry, my apologies, ladies.
Yeah.
Erin, Luba, you're the best. You're better than Natalie.
But no, it's very rewarding. That's how I look at it. And it's not even a big thing. It's the small things. If you see that on a weekly basis, there are nice meals cooked for them, on a daily basis in their home of their own choice. They get to go to places where they like to go. And these small things, when you see a smile on their face or you see that, they're happy, I think that's where it makes a difference for everyone, for us, because that's what it is. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And not to I'm not here to kiss up to my boss, but he really is hands-on. He's constantly going out and meeting with participants and their families. He's not one of those CEOs who is just sitting up at the top. He's right down there on the ground level and keeping his finger on the pulse of what's going on. And I don't think that will ever change. He'll always want to be in the mix of it.
Wonderful. What events do you have coming up as a business?
So we've got Bringing People and Communities Together event. So that's on the 13th of September. So last time we had almost about 100 people coming along. So hopefully the next one will be even bigger and better.
So what's this event all about?
So the topic is supporting your participant throughout their SDA journey. So even if it's from, accessing the NDIS to then, successfully achieving SDA funding and the desired home and living arrangement that they want, and not just, be told, okay, you're going to get this level of SDA funding. This is going to be your living arrangement. And what do you need to do to be able to fight against that? So what is the process like going through the AAT as well? So it's going to be a very juicy, very robust conversation. And it's just a really awesome opportunity for people to get together and network and build those trusted relationships.
As an organisation, have you been a part of a participant's journey with the AAT in their fight for what they want?
I haven't personally, no. So thankfully, I've been able to collaborate with people in other organisations who are at the forefront of those challenges and supporting participants to achieve their desired goals.
Yeah, we've been a part of providing supporting documents. So we have, done those really good care plans and supporting documentation for the support coordinators. Yeah.
And we work very closely with occupational therapists as well, just to make sure that everything that is in their reports and assessments, matches to the participants' needs. Because we do have a very good idea of what it takes within an environment that someone's going to go from surviving to thriving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any participants now who are going through the application process you think will end up with SDA who are not there yet?
No, we're pretty much at capacity with our vacancies.
But not vacancies, more about participants on your books
No.
who you think will change over to the SDA funding.
Yeah. Look, there are a few participants, but some of them are really comfortable living where they are living at the moment. When obviously we know that they will be eligible for SDAs, but the house is designed accordingly, so they'll be living there a long time, and we won't, obviously. So that's their choice and control. But yes, there are a few, but they wouldn't want to move. But other than that, yeah.
So in the SDA space, what are your plans in this area?
So our plans are basically, so just to keep it short and simple, my background is nursing and I've managed 150 bed facilities. So as a team, the other RNs have also worked in aged care as well and also managed little accommodations, like 3-4 bedroom accommodations as well. So that's where, we feel we're very confident and we enjoy managing housing accommodation, setting up a team, make sure, the meals are cooked properly, the medications are done properly, they're looked after, they're going out in the community and everyone's supported. So that's our focus is basically, to collaborate with SGA providers and just provide that 24/7 support.
So we've got 3 villas coming up in Kippa-Ring. Yeah, so we've partnered with SDA Australia Group. I think those villas will be up and running soon. Yeah.
1 bedder, 2 bedders?
1 bedroom plus OOA. So overnight assistance. And then we're, in the process, like I said earlier, that we're talking with this property developer who's building apartments in Murray. So fingers crossed on that one.
Very nice. Very good. What are the 22-23 next 12 months goals for you as a business?
Oh gosh, there's so much that we want to do and want to achieve. I mean, it's not just, growing the business, it's what we can do to give back to the community. So I know Ash is really passionate about food in general, so am I. So we're thinking about, what can we do with food that would be able to support a lot of people who are really struggling. And just, opportunities to give back to the community. We're also going to look at running groups. We want to start our own podcast as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I really wanted to come in and check out your equipment and stuff. So thank you for inviting us. We want to run more events, carer support groups. Gosh, so much, yeah.
Well, good. A question I didn't get to ask before was about the event coming up. So is it for other providers and care? Who's it mainly for? And you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so the audience is targeted at service providers.
Yes.
So it's not open up to the general public. The only reason why I don't open up to the general public is because I've requested an NDIA guest speaker.
Yes.
And I think they get sometimes a little bit nervous about coming along to these things. But I will, safeguard everyone.
Is it invite only?
There's an Eventbrite ticket.
Yes.
So people can purchase their ticket. So I'll start promoting it soon. I'm just waiting to get confirmation for a special surprise guest, which if that person comes along, then we'll easily get,
Is that BS?
200, 300 people.
Is that BS?
No,
Yeah.
we don't know yet.
Mr. BS?
Yeah.
Or are you BSing? Huh?
Can we put the pressure on to the new NDIS minister to come along? Because we're all very proud of him in Brisbane, and so we'd love to see him here. So I've invited him, so we'll see how that goes. But so we really encourage support coordinators, allied health professionals, business development. People, executives, CEOs, everyone who's in this sector, who's passionate about what they're doing, who wants to learn and really just, meet people.
So if anyone is a listener who is working in this space, please go to the Eventbrite website? Tell you the details.
So if you just search for holistic home care, that will come up by Eventbrite, but I'll also send out the flyers.
But you'll also have the information on your website as well, right? No?
On the social media page.
Social media pages,
Yeah, on LinkedIn, yes.
Cool.
So you can follow us on LinkedIn as well. So yesterday we hit the 1,000 followers, so we're pretty chuffed about that. Yeah.
Thanks to Nat.
Cool.
Yeah.
So date, time, location again of this event?
Yeah, so it's Tuesday the 13th of September.
Yes.
So we ask that people come along at 9:30 to sign in, settle in.
yeah.
And then for a 10 a.m. start time. And then it goes through till 2:30 and there's lunch and there's prizes to win.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just another opportunity for us to spoil people as well.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, listen, Natalie, any final words of advice to other providers who are coming to the sector or other families or participants who are looking for the right service? What you've learned the last 2, 3, 4 years as a business, what do you recommend them consider as words of advice from you guys?
Yeah, so I would advise do the right thing, provide good care, business will come.
Yes.
It will follow.
And that's to a provider or incoming provider. What about a family? Families or participants? What advice do you have for them?
So families, I advise is, there can be times when it'll be really difficult, everybody has a different case scenario to get that plan approved or get the right funding approved in their plan. So just be patient, don't lose hope, keep trying and look for supports in the community as well who can advise you or guide you. And in the end, eventually you'll get the correct plan and correct funding and correct supports for your loved one. Yeah.
Natalie?
Definitely for, family members and for participants themselves, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And if something doesn't feel right, go with your gut. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to reach out to your business, how do they contact you guys?
Oh, there's an email address on our website. There's a phone number as well.
And the website is?
www.holistichomecare.com.au.
Yeah. And our general inquiries email is info@holistichomecare.com.au and our 1300 number is
1300 942 008.
Servicing all areas of the
Brisbane and surrounding regions, and head office is based in Wollongabba.
Wonderful. Folks, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. And I hope that we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having us come along.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure you are subscribed and following us so you can keep in the loop with all of our upcoming episodes. We would really appreciate it if you could leave us a 5-star rating, a written review, and to share this podcast with those that could benefit. Until next time, catch you on the next episode.